Are you?
And we're live, and there's going to be nobody here right now, so I'm just going to shout out a quick message to Sims50. Hey, what's up? It's not Saturday night. It's Sunday night. Sunday. I stayed home today. We went to the Mutrias. They had a graduation for their oldest daughter, so we went there. So I stayed home from work today. So I'm here. We didn't do a show last night because we were up partying. So, hey, Sims50, what's up? 2 shout-outs already in the first 30 seconds of this show. Somebody is watching, and I don't know who. You need to sound off in the comments so we know who is here.
My ZT board.
Make sure this is on live chat. What does the participants do? It just shows us.
So, I need glasses.
Where is your glasses? You know, I'm going to wait till somebody sounds off in the comments before we do the
Bible bag.
Official intro. Where's your Bible bag?
I don't know, because you cleaned.
Then it's probably up there. Would be my guess. But I don't know. You go look for it.
No, I'm okay.
Oh, who's watching? Marcy's watching, and so is Adam. Welcome, everybody. Whoa, sorry. Oh, my bad.
You're a little on the hyper side.
My bad.
That nap did you good.
It did. It really did. Okay, let's try this again. Welcome, everybody, to episode 61 of the Dustin and Cassie Show, starring Dustin. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Dustin and Cassie. It is Sunday night rather than Saturday night. We normally do our shows on Saturday night, but we haven't done a show in, 2 weeks now, I think. We've been having plenty of fellowship with people and staying up late on Saturday nights, playing Catan, and what else have we been doing late?
Nothing.
I think most of people playing Catan after fellowship and tour study.
What did we do last week? We were somewhere. We were home last week, but we were dealing with some stuff, and so we didn't do a show.
I don't remember, but that's okay.
We went to have fellowship in Missouri, and then we came home because I wasn't feeling good, and so
that's right.
We were dealing with that.
So, anyways, this week or this past 2 weeks, or should I do my work recap?
If you do it in 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Business as usual.
It always takes forever. If anybody has never noticed, if you've ever really paid attention, he's very much into detail and every single little thing.
Well,
he can't just paraphrase it to get it down to something simple.
Because there's certain aspects of it that you need the full detail in order to grasp the whole thing.
All of it all the time. It's your personality, but you do all of it all the time.
Okay.
You're very detail.
Keep it down back there.
You're very detail oriented. But then you get mad when I give you details when I'm telling a story.
Touche. Hey, John.
Today, the Wiles came, we went to the graduation, and their little boy, every time I see him, he always cries when I try to hold him. He's like, nope, not having it. And it's just because he doesn't know me that well. Today, I had him laughing so hard, and he was just loving all over me. Let me see.
John, do we have permission to show pictures?
Oh, yeah. Can I show a picture of him? I was just going to do it.
Please say yes. Please say yes.
Trust me, you'll want to see this picture.
Well, the real John Wiles, please stand up. Please stand up. Please stand up. That's fine, he says.
Okay.
Whoa.
What happened? That's so weird.
It readjusted.
There. He was having so much fun. He's so stinking cute. He was just a giggling. Anyways, that totally made my day. Because normally I'm a baby person, and he's like, nope, not having it. You're crazy, lady. Anyways.
Show the one of you and him.
Let me see.
Maybe that was the one, or maybe it was another one. One of those, probably. That one. It's got to be that one.
He's so cute. I have one in here. Let me see if I can find it.
While she's trying to look for that, if you see me leaning down like this and my arm moving, it's because I'm scratching the back of my knee.
Who's got the hook? Wait, I can't say that word. Never mind.
What was you gonna say? That has nothing to do with scratching.
I know. I was just making a funny.
So last week on Sunday, before I had to leave for work, I took the weed whip.
Horrible. Whose baby's that, honey? They're not in here yet.
They're not in here yet.
That's the Turner's baby.
Oh, I would have no idea. Anyway, so last week
that was her first smile picture. Haha. Sorry. I love babies.
Back to my story. No, last week I was weed whipping before I left, and I was weed whipping the backyard all around our fence line and everything. So I decided to go outside the fence between our backyard fence and our property line, where we don't really use any of that. It's just kind of growed up, and try to weed whip next to the fence to keep the tall grass off of it. So when we look out the window and look that way, it looks nice. Well, all up in that area, I forget about every year, is poison ivy. And I was out there in shorts. And so I got poison ivy all from my knees down to my ankles. I've got a spot on my arm there. There is a small spot on my forehead. Like if you rub it.
I don't want to rub it. No.
And there's a spot right there. So, yeah. So if you see me reaching down, it's because I've been wearing pants all day, and now my legs can actually breathe. And plus, they're sitting right over the vent, so the cold air is blowing on it. It feels pretty good. So,
we've been putting. Did you put the drawing tab on today?
I put nothing on it today.
Oh, you
not
should
a
have.
thing.
So a friend of ours has starting her own business. She's had it for a long time, but she's really trying to get it going.
The Mermaid, MYRRH, is it double R?
Let me look.
And it's made MAI.
It's Mer, like the plant.
Like, yeah, I think it's MYRRH, or maybe it's a double H. There's a double letter in there towards the middle of the end.
Anyways, she does a bunch of salves and stuff, and so, it was right there, and I moved it.
MYRRH, John said. You got to put MY, baby.
Baby? You never call me baby.
I meant babe, but baby just came out, I guess.
I did that earlier, too. Anyway, she has a Facebook. Here's her Facebook if you haven't liked it already. And she does salves and stuff like that. And so I was putting that on his...
A drawing salve.
Yeah, it was a drawing salve.
I honestly can't say if it made a difference.
But he only put it on at nighttime.
Yeah, one night. That was it.
Jewel weed is the best, but we don't have any. So.
Yeah, plus I can't have weed. I might test positive.
Oh, my gosh. He's obnoxious. Nope. So. Okay. Yes. Stay 6 feet apart.
Don't give her that look.
The Hutzlers just got back, and so he's been waiting. Anyways, stop scratching. You're literally shaking me. Stop scratching. Anyhow, so
I'll keep my hands where everybody can see. Kathy, hey y'all, getting ready to go to sleep. Just wanted to tell you all I love you. Thank you, Kathy. Sleep well, have sweet dreams. Hit that thumbs up before you leave.
Anyway, so we have some remodeling that we're doing in the house.
We've already started. Let me show you real quick. That right there, that empty space right there, had cabinets in it, like what you see behind me right here, right there. And I took them out. And so our plan is here is we're going to put a window, and down here we're going to build a bench seat under it that all of our board games and stuff can go in. And do you want me to do this tonight still or no?
No, it's too late.
So then I was going to tonight, but we decided to do the show instead. These two cabinets are coming out as well. And then a window is going to go in over there.
A big window.
A bigger window? Mm-hmm. We haven't discussed the sizes. A bigger window is going to go there, which will then allow us to, back here, along that corner, put in a sectional sofa that can seat like 7, 8 people, 9 people. So then when we have fellowship, because right now all we have is a couch that can seat 3 and our dining room table that we're sitting at right now. So we can comfortably seat, probably 3 times as many as we can comfortably seat right now. And then also the fireplace, eventually, this is not right now, this will require a little bit more funds, but eventually the fireplace is going to come out and we will put in a wood stove. So that way, because like our fireplace, if you look here, actually that, if you see that right there, that's the shelf from the one that I removed over there. But okay, so our fireplace, you can see there's all this stone down here. It comes way out into the floor.
Cassie broke her toe on it.
Oh yeah, Cassie broke her toe on the corner over here. But so all that stone will come out. It'll free up that space because the wood stove will be back in there because we already have there's a hole for the vent for the fireplace. So instead of having a hole in the ceiling, we'll put in a wood stove that
will open it up some more too.
Yep.
So we'll probably, I think that from now on, after we know that worked, we'll probably record it and we'll do he'll do a video or something on the remodel because by the time we're all done, I'm going to take pictures of everything. And then by the time we're all done, it's going to look completely different. And I'm super excited because y'all know we've been going back and forth for months about
how many Dustin and Cassie shows have we talking about building a house versus getting a double wide versus remodeling what we have.
Yes. And so
where's the Johnsons at? They're usually chiming in on that.
So normally we've talked about it and we've laid all of our options out. Okay, this is how much debt we have. If we could trade this in and get a double wide, or we can wait and, try to pay things off and build a house as time goes. What it boiled down to is that we don't want to get into any more debt. And, we're really trying to,
I just text Sheena Johnson.
We're really trying to get our debt paid off. And so something that my mom and dad did when I was a kid is that they remodeled a lot, but they never went into debt to do it. They always saved cash or used, tax money, whatever. And they would do a little bit at a time. I mean, I think it took us 1 year, it took us 2 years.
1 year took 2 years?
There was once, it took us 2 years to build a deck onto the side of the house because my dad would just go and buy lumber as we could afford it. And as a kid, it was kind of annoying, but I love save money, pay cash. Don't put it on credit cards. Don't get yourself into more debt.
Because we've already done that. So we're learning from our mistakes.
And we're trying to fix it. So now that we have a plan, I can be settled with that. That was my thing. My biggest thing is I wanted to take and have I wanted a plan. I needed to know what we're working towards. What are we trying to get to? And I wanted to see the progress. I wanted to see some form of progress. And so we sat down, we talked about it a lot. And then he's like, okay, I'll do what you want. Let's try this one thing and see if it makes a difference. So we took out the cabinet.
Which was all of like 8 screws holding it in.
But it's like a huge difference.
Did he leave the front door open? Because that was a big old bug that just flew by.
I don't know. But it is a huge difference. And so then we just started planning. And we have friends that are staying here on our property, the Hutzlers. And he is a painter. And he's like, hey, we've been staying here. He's like, I'll paint your living room. I'll paint the house. And I was like, okay. He says, you buy the paint and I'll do it. So he's going to take down. Okay. So like right here, there's a strip right there. There's a strip right there. He's going to take the strips down, which one of the things that I hate the most. And he's going to take them down. He's going to do whatever he needs to do. And then he's going to paint the living room.
And guess what? When that happens, the deer comes down and it stays down.
That makes me happy. I'm sorry.
Because one of the reasons why the deer is up there is because the previous owner had one of those like TV wall mount deals where you mount your TV on the wall. So there's these big giant like anchor things there. And so the board for the deer is actually hiding those things because we couldn't do anything else with them. So that'll be another thing Scott will have to take care of, getting those things out of there. But
so
hey Sheena, she made it.
Yeah.
I text her.
So I'm excited about it. I'm excited about having it all open. There's a wall behind here that separates the living room from the kitchen. So we're going to take that completely down. He's going to put a beam up. And then it's not a low bearing wall, but what is it called? That's what you get for chewing in the middle of a show.
We're going to put a beam up for shear support. So like if there was a strong wind on this side of the house, and that because this wall here ties one side to the other. There's actually only 3 walls in this. No, 2 walls. Technically. Well, I guess that one connects all the way down this way. But I guess there's 3 walls in the house that connect from one side to the other. The one behind us, the one right here, and then down at that end of the house when you have where the bathroom comes out and there's a wall comes down the hallway and it connects here again. That technically in an L shape connects one side to the other. So there's a strong wind, obviously on this side of the wall, if there's no support there, technically that wall could potentially blow in. So if we put a beam up on each side and put a solid beam across, the lower beams are tied to the walls. The upper beam is tied to those beams and it's butted right up against the wall. So then if there's wind blowing on this side, it has to blow both walls basically. So it keeps it from blowing in a wall. So
we're going to rip the wall out. We're going to put a beam up and then it'll all be open. And that's what I want. I want it all open so that when we fellowship, everybody can be together. Because one of the things that I hate is that typically, like the men will congregate in the living room and then the women end up in the kitchen and then the kids end up wherever.
Because that's where women belong, in the kitchen.
And if you don't stop chewing in my ear.
Take some B vitamins.
So that is our plan to do. And now that we have a plan, I don't care if it takes us 5 years, as long as we start executing. So we need to write a list. We've talked about it, but I want to write a list of what's most important, what needs to come first, and then just slowly start checking off the list, like have it prioritized. So, for me right now, it's getting all of those out. And then I think that we'll do updates. I think
we'll probably do videos on some of it.
Yeah, I think that we'll probably do updates and stuff. So
what I need to do is I need to buy a tripod so I can mount my phone on the camera mount on a tripod. I have a tripod, but some of the adjustment things are messed up on it. And it's one that my grandpa gave me. So it's like, I don't know, 30-year-old tripod or whatever. So I just need to go buy one. That way I can set my phone up to record while I'm doing a project.
Good. So I think for me right now, the priority is to rip that stuff out. And then even like the fireplace, And then to rip this wall out and have Scott paint. And then after that, do the floor. Like those are the things that are the most. We can't do the fireplace until we do the floor because it all have to be those things will have to be done at the same time. But I don't really want to paint until
unless there's something that we could do on the ceiling to plug that hole and at least get that out of here.
Yeah, maybe. We'll have to see because I can't paint until that's gone. Because I'll have to paint.
Well, we don't have to do it. Technically, we don't have to do anything because the vent has a cover on it, so rain just doesn't come straight down it. But it would be free flowing air, whereas there's a vent thing on this right now that's closed off, obviously.
We just have to do some research and find out.
Yeah. So anybody locally in the area, we're going to have a wood fireplace insert that we will have available for sale when we get it removed out of here. So
that's the plan for that. And I will be super stoked.
And then we're going to remove, like you said, we're going to remove this wall here. And this wall also has another wall, L-shaped wall attached to it that has our pantry built into it and our coat rack on the other side of it and a cabinet. And then another doorway. So all of that will be going bye-bye. Mm-hmm. And then probably what we're going to do is on that far wall over there.
Build shelves
Or cabinets. Build a full wall pantry, basically, on the one wall in the kitchen.
Yep.
Or do you want maybe countertop with storage stuff underneath?
Probably.
And maybe some upper
shelves
up above.
Yeah. I don't want any cabinets on top. I want all shelves on top.
Oh, just shelves?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Like even in the kitchen, I don't want any shelving on top. So
you mean cabinets? You want shelves?
Yeah, I want shelves.
Open shelves.
Yep. But one of the things that we really dislike about this house is that there's no windows on that side of the house except for the kitchen window. That's it. Our bedroom, there's no windows. Living room, there's no windows. The kitchen has a tiny window, and then that's it on that side of the house.
And then the back door window.
Yeah, and so it's kind of a pain because you can't get a cross breeze going at all. So that's kind of really annoying. So
when we do this, we'll have two windows in here then.
No, just so yeah, so that's one of the things. What else? The garden. So the last couple of weeks we've been planting in the garden.
By we, she means her
and the Hutzlers. And so we got sunflowers and corn, okra.
More sunflowers.
I got two different kinds of sunflowers this year. One for seeds, and they're like 12. Those are the ones that are like the mammoth ones that are like 12 feet tall. And then we have corn and then okra.
That's an important thing. That's an important lesson we learned last year. Plant them in order of 2 years ago. Plant them in order of height. Because 2 years ago we did sunflowers, okra, corn. And the sunflowers grew up. What?
The okra didn't. It took the okra finally came up, but it took a long time before it really, like everything else pretty much died around it before it shot up because it was basically like this. Put your hand up. So basically the sunflowers and then the okra and then the corn. So they kind of just like tumbled the okra. So we did it a different way.
So this year we'll have the giant sunflowers, then the corn, then the okra, and then the smaller.
And then we did small sunflowers, which these ones are specifically for flowers. Hey, Steven. These are cutting flowers. So, because I love, like, he does it all the time. I wish he did, but he doesn't. But probably like once a month, he'll bring me home flowers for Shabbat. And I love getting flowers. He used to do it every week. But I love getting flowers. And so I love having vases of flowers in the house. And I don't want to buy like the fake ones to have.
So
I want
when we have the sunflowers, are you content with me just going into the garden and clipping one and bringing it in and going, here you go?
Yeah. So
I'm going to go do that with your rose bushes.
Who is that?
A troll going bye-bye.
Anyhow, so so these ones are smaller. They only get like 6 feet tall, I think, and they'll have like the really pretty like reds and yellows and like that orange red color, and so they'll be those. And so I'm excited about those. And then we have like 4 rows of beans, different like bush beans, and I think pole beans, I think too. And so then we have peppers. We had like 50 pepper plants. So we have salad peppers, like sweet peppers, bell peppers, jalapenos. And then I also got this one kind that's like, it's called a salsa blend, a hot salsa blend. And so it has different ones like chili and different peppers. Now, normally I like to do companion gardening. So Eli tried to
explain
help
what
us.
companion gardening is.
Companion gardening is that there's certain plants that grow better with other plants next to them. And so and then there's plants that you can't put together because they will basically kill each other. I'm just saying, like they won't help each other.
Of the killer tomatoes.
And so you can put like herbs next to some plants. It helps them grow, like garlic and roses. Garlic actually helps to your rose garden be like flourish. We need to plant some garlic in our rose garden, but so it's like little things like that. So peppers should not be grown next to each other. Like hot peppers and sweet peppers should not be grown next to each other because they'll cross pollinate.
So then you have some.
So then you'll
hot
end up
sweet
with
peppers.
Like hot sweet peppers. And so, according to Kevin yesterday, Papa Pepper, he said that it will be like our seeds for next year. It won't be like the peppers this year won't taste hot, but the seedlings,
if we save them,
will be hot next year, in which we typically do save some. So Eli was trying to help me. He's like, Mom, here, I'm gonna pull the plants out, and the kind that I bought this year to start my seeds had the like net around it, and so he pulled the plant and he like took the net off of it, and then he mixed them all, and he didn't realize that like each row was different plants. So now we have like 50 sweet peppers, hot peppers, all mixed together. Like, this is gonna be interesting to see what's what, because I have no idea where I planted things. The only thing that I know is where the green pepper, the bell peppers are. That's it. I don't know anything else, because the bell peppers was in a different tray. And he felt so bad. He started crying. He's like, I'm so sorry. I'm like, it's okay. You said you wanted to help. I told you could do it. I didn't think about that. I thought he would take one out, take the net off, and then put it right back. But he didn't. He took them all out, then took the net off and was setting them in. And so, yeah. What else? We have pumpkins. We have pumpkins and watermelon and cantaloupe, eggplants in the garden. The only thing left I have to do is plant cucumbers. I wanted you to do the trellis. I forgot. Sorry, I needed you to do the trellis for the cucumbers. I totally forgot.
That's not that hard to do, though.
So
Scott could take care of it for you. You just got to give him those tent stakes.
So
him and Eli can do it.
So we need to get the cucumbers in the ground.
So our trellis, we just take an 18-foot cattle panel and make an arch out of it, and then we take. I'll go grab them real quick. I'll show them.
So it'll go like this, and then we'll grow the cucumbers on the outside.
So we take
and they'll grow up the trellis.
Take these tent stakes. By the way, I got these at
Harbor Freight
for $2.50 or $3.50 for these 6 tent stakes. So you got this little clip like this, and we put that over top of the bottom rung of the cattle panel, and that so we do 3 on each side, 1 in the middle, 1 on each end, on both sides. And so those And then we also put T-post in, right?
Yeah, to help it stay.
Yeah, to help keep it upright. We'll put a T-post in on each side, I think, in the middle.
But it works really great because you take and you plant them on the outside, and then when they start growing, you help them grow up the trellis, and then you can climb underneath it to get cucumbers, but it's just easier to find them, and they're not all over the ground, so I like that. And then yesterday Kevin gave us some kind of spinach something or another,
Malabar spinach,
and so we are going to plant that too and see how we like that. And apparently that's a trellis, like the same concept.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll do that too. And then we'll plant tomatoes this week. We have all the tomatoes started. We moved them from
JD.
We moved them from trays, and they're in cups. So we got about 80 tomato plants, different varieties, that we got to put in the ground this week.
80 different varieties?
Well, 80 different. I mean, there's 80 plants, but there's like beefsteak and Roma and cherry tomatoes and purple Cherokee and.
Did you get a cherry wine tomato too?
Cherry, yeah, something like that.
Ben Turner says, "Watch out for the it's Maltabar spinach. It climbs all over everything."
Yeah, that's what Kevin said. He said if you got it, you want to keep it on the trellis, and so that's what we're gonna try to do.
Malabar. I think that's it. I think spell check was Malabar. There it goes.
Ben, I showed a
fourth time's the charm, Ben.
I showed a cute picture of your baby earlier.
Sorry, we didn't ask permission ahead of time.
So.
Mercy says she has tomatoes, onions, cucumbers, potatoes, garlic, and berries.
We do have potatoes too from last year that apparently we missed some, and so the potato plants came up.
You know, I think technically the potato plant, if it survives, can be used as a poison.
Mm-hmm. So we have that, but we've noticed we've had a lot of rain the last few weeks, and that's part of the reason that we've been so late in putting stuff in the ground, because it's just been raining. But in the middle of our garden, towards the
very edge of it, the very western edge,
it's just puddles. And right now, like, it rained yesterday
and the day before,
and there's just literally puddles in those areas. And so I think eventually we might wasn't anything bad. And so I think eventually we're talking about maybe putting a pond or seeing if there's a water source right there, because it like is crazy. Maybe we can get a well. That would be nice.
I put Norm on timeout, Marcy. Sorry, Norm McDonald, you tried to interject yourself, but you came into this chat with a very uncalled for comment, so you don't get the right and the privilege to talk on our show any longer.
Just so everyone's aware, because I'm trying to read this and I'm realizing I'm squinting my eyes. Somebody said I have, what is it called? Resting bitch face. And so like that I look mean or like I'm irritated or something because my eyes squint but I'm just trying to read what it says. It's just really small. And so that's.
Ben says, we have tomatoes, nadapinos, sweet potatoes, okra, spinach, tatsui. I probably just butchered that. Spinach. I thought he already said spinach. He said spinach twice. Cucumbers, pumpkins, tomatillos, onions, raspberries, blueberries, and maybe some apples.
I'll see if anything produces. It's been a weird year. Like, it got in the 30s a couple, like last weekend. It was crazy.
Feels like it's 30 here on your table. The AC is kicking.
I know it is. Really, I was hot earlier.
You're hot all the time.
Anyways, so that's that.
So we saw, must be when Ben say very. We have
Popcorn.
popcorn too, but I don't know if that will come up. It might pop up, Ben.
Yeah, no thank you on the snow. I'll pass.
So we saw a thing last night that the House passed the Heroes Act bill, I guess it is, which is supposed to mean that there'll be another stimulus package. It'll be $1,200 again for adults as before, but this time it'll be $1,200 per child with a cap at $6,000 per family. But the thing is there's so much other added extra stuff in there that more than likely the Senate's going to shoot this down probably. So, but we'll see. If they do approve it, then we'll be getting $3,600. So that means the remodel will be completely paid for. No big deal. So we'll probably be able, with that $3,600, we'll easily be able to do the windows, buy all the paint, get the wood stove, and probably get the flooring done in here. I think. I don't know. The flooring is kind of iffy because we want to do the living room and kitchen floor all at the same time. Ben said they're at 66 degrees. It's just beautiful in Michigan.
That's what Marcy said.
Oh, Marcy said that? Oh, my bad. Sorry. But anyway. So, yeah, so if that goes through, we'll be getting this project done a lot faster. Eli, can you go turn the heat? Or never mind, I'll do it. Never mind, I got it.
I was so hot earlier. Now I'm freezing. But we want a wood stove. We don't use the fireplace.
He's
I'm tired.
Can you see? He's goofball. Marcia says she cooks in her fireplace. Well, we've never cooked in our fireplace. I think we've only had a fire in it maybe 3 or 4 times. We
set the alarm off every time. So
yes, wood stoves are awesome. We're probably gonna get one, like what Zach has. Of course, he has the Northwoods TN19, which I don't think they make that anymore. So we'd have to get the TN20. Eli, John Wild said they see you. But yeah, the wood stove would be a lot more practical, take up a lot less space, and it'd be more heat efficient in here. I would be more apt to use the wood stove than the fireplace, to get a fire going in it and throw some logs in it. And then, you can always cook on it if you want to,
Yeah. I would definitely have water in it for humidity.
Oxtail soup. Oh, the goodies are coming down this way tomorrow to do some house hunting.
Are you just coming down for the day, or are you coming down for a few days?
I won't be here.
He's leaving in the morning. He only stayed today for the graduation party. I asked him to. I got
to leave tomorrow morning and drive down almost to the Louisiana border in Arkansas. Deliver a load and turn around and drive an hour back north, pick up a load of lumber that's going to go to Fort Smith. But I'll probably make it maybe...
I'm tired.
Maybe might be able to make it back up to Little Rock tomorrow night, but I don't know for sure. Oh, can you scratch my back right? Just past there. That way. Down. Dig. Oh, yeah. There you go. Okay, good. Thank you. Whew. They're coming just for the day. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Mm-hmm.
So, did we cover everything we said we were going to talk about?
Yep.
Okay, so now it's time for the Q&A. You put a question in the comments, and we will answer it right here.
Maybe.
And go.
We're pretty open, so.
And go.
Right, Eli. Okay, get some lavender.
Up there. Are you going to stop for pizza in Little Rock? No, not this time.
What you mean? When was the last time?
No, there was not a last time. BJ Smith posted a picture of a pizza box from a place in Little Rock called Hideaway Pizza. And you flip open the pizza box, and on the inside of the box, it said, "This pizza is round and flat like the earth."
Oh, that's hilarious.
So, and I looked up the place, and one of the places I delivered to is literally right across the highway from it. So I looked up, and I can actually drive a big truck in there and park. So
that depends.
So
vanilla or chocolate depends on what it is.
In what context? Pudding, ice cream.
Because I don't like chocolate ice cream, but I like chocolate.
What? You like chocolate in general?
I just like chocolate in general, but I don't like chocolate ice cream. So I'll get vanilla ice cream and put chocolate on it, but I don't like chocolate ice cream.
And I don't like chocolate or vanilla ice cream, to be honest.
I like both.
It depends on what's in it. Like if there's chunks of cookie dough in it, then obviously it's vanilla ice cream.
It's Jen.
If there is, what's that chocolate ice cream? If there's peanut butter swirls through it, then obviously I like chocolate ice cream. But anyway, yeah. Did you look in the big wood tray?
Yeah.
It's in that tray right there because I used it last night. I don't know. You have to pick it up.
I'll go find it.
It doesn't have a label on the top. That's why. Just
They're
they're in
no matter what. Just sit up.
They're in alphabetical order. He should get ready for bed if his head hurts.
Are you purposely watching?
Are you growing watermelon this year? Yes. We have 2 different kinds of watermelon.
The watermelons are growing down where the big wet spot is in the garden, so they should have plenty of water.
I don't remember what kinds. I know one of them
We have
is
watermelon
babies.
and cantaloupe, right?
We have watermelon and cantaloupe, yes. And pumpkins. I love doing pumpkins because I like.
We had several pumpkins that went to waste last year.
No, we didn't. We didn't plant pumpkins last year.
Okay, 2 years ago then.
2 years? No, we didn't because I froze everything.
We planted pumpkins.
Yeah. Anything else?
The new lawnmower. Oh, that was the other thing I did today. The new lawnmower's running fine, running like a champ. It's not even leaving strips anymore, like what it was. So I might not have to get new lawnmower blades for it, but it's $40 for them. So we might just get them anyway. But today I finally got the tires back on the old lawnmower and went and parked that in the woods out of the way. So now it's out of the front yard. So we might try to sell that. What'd John say? I remember 2 years ago when you gave us watermelon, cucumber, and jalapeno, and there was an amazing salad recipe I got off of Food Network with those in it. What are y'all's thoughts on sowing like diverse seeds?
It's Jen too. She already said that, but
Yeah.
You missed it.
Okay. Well, the screen name says John Wiles, so, but Jen says diverse seeds. I take that, okay, because obviously we have a garden and we have multiple different kinds of things in our garden. When the scriptures talks about sowing your field with diverse seeds, again, that obviously it's a field. You wouldn't have okay, for example, we have a big field out here that our garden is on the edge of. It would be unwise for me to go out into that field and throw out wheat and barley and corn and just have it mixed up everywhere, because those grains are coming at different times. And first of all, it's going to be impractical to try to harvest that. And those seeds, might be warring with each other. It's just impractical to harvest that. Those are going to come in at different times. But I also think it means, you don't take a bunch of mixed seed and just chuck it everywhere. So you sow your corn here, you sow your barley here, you sow your wheat over here, or maybe.
Which is pretty much that's what we do though. That's what we do.
Yeah.
We have rows.
We have our rows.
We don't mix stuff up, even though we do companion.
The peppers we did technically, but they're still peppers. They're peppers. Yeah, they're all peppers.
We're not with companion gardening. I don't put different stuff in with the tomatoes. Like all the tomatoes are grouped together. I'll plant flowers. Like I'm gonna plant some marigolds and whatever the other kind is that they're really good for pest control. But yeah.
I think too. Also, if you plant mixed seeds like that in the same field, there's a chance for cross pollination between. And you'll get different characteristics of different plants getting mixed in, and then you might end up with the seed that's produced from it then might not be a seed that's a viable seed, and so then your seed that you're supposed to save for your next crop, you're not going to have a crop from it. So it'd be unwise because then you have genetically defective seeds. Next question. We're solving life's great mysteries one question at a time.
I have a limited space. I don't know how close. Put onion blocks around the edge of the bed where I put my flower plants. I don't see why not.
Yeah, I look at, your hey, wheat tree. I look at a garden as totally different than what the scripture is talking about. Because the scripture is talking about an actual field. So I think in your garden, especially with limited space, grow what you can grow. Don't just like grab a handful of seed and throw it on the box and what comes up comes up. Have some organization, to it. Plus that helps with your weeding. That way, hey, this, I don't want to pull this because this is a plant that I'm actually growing.
You have a lot of weeds, let me tell you. A lot of weeds.
So you know what you're doing tomorrow. We have found that the big problem with planting things too close is it's really hard to get enough nutrients in the ground to get produce. Yep, that's true too. You have to consider that of making sure your soil can support everything that you're putting into it. This year we shouldn't have any issues. We didn't get as much manure as we wanted, but we got a good majority of the garden covered with manure.
Something like that.
What? Well, it should be better than last year for sure. Do you do anything special for Shavuot? Yes, the Riggins are hosting a big event. And I'm going to go ahead and throw it out to you guys, the goodies, since you guys don't live that far. You're welcome to come if you want to. I will give you information because they gave us an open invite and they said anybody that you would welcome into your home, you can invite to our home for Shavuot. So they have a big get together. There'll be well over 100 people there. And they're in Goodman, Missouri. So what?
You could have messaged them privately where it's at.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, I will, if you are interested. I was just trying to give them a reference so they know, like, okay, well, if we want to go, how far away it is. Anyways, so yes, we go there 2 years ago, right?
Was it 2 years ago? Eli broke his arm
on Shavuot.
Lisa invited them.
Well, there you go. Are you guys going?
We're gonna go. As of right now.
Ben says also planting some things like comfrey is needed in small gardens. Oh my God. Vertical gardening in containers. I've seen some like the goodies will be there. Awesome. I've seen some of like the vertical gardening, like growing tomatoes in like these pots where the vines hang down.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have him build me a box so I can put in my backyard. Because the front yard has no shade, and so I can't plant certain things because they get too much sun and they don't get enough shade. So I want him to build me a box that's high in the backyard where the dogs can't get into it, and so that we can do like lettuce and things like that need some shade.
You know what would be nice is if that window is in already. I could build a box off the window, so you could just open the window up and you could water it, and it'd be right there. Mm-hmm. That'd be nice.
Yeah. That's it. But we'll go over there. 2 years ago, Eli broke his arm on a bounce house.
Within like 10 minutes of being there.
Yep. So our no work day was spent in the hospital. We were in there quick and he broke his radius and he cracked his ulna. That was interesting.
But he got a cast put on. We started feeding him yogurt with chia seeds and
lots of calcium.
Lots and lots of calcium. And it went back and the doctor was like, What
are you doing?
This kid is growing more bone quicker than anybody I've ever seen before. What are you doing?
Said raw milk and chia seeds.
Jen said, our kale sprouted. Would you eat any if you have room and want some? Let us know. We like kale, even though online kale gets a bad rap.
We do like kale. We eat it. I don't like it raw, really, but I like it cooked. And I'll eat it mixed with other stuff like a salad.
Mama,
what, Eli?
Tell them about my cool cast. The second one.
So when Eli broke his arm, he had a cast first that had to go up here so that he couldn't move. He basically couldn't move anything. Then once the ulna healed, then he was able to get a cast. It's actually removable, so you can take it off and shower and stuff like that. It's kind of cool.
But it was waterproof too.
Yeah, and it was waterproof, so he could take it and go swimming or whatever. So that was kind of nice.
Hey, there's Kevin. He said his kale is growing great. Still from last spring and going to seed now. Nice. I clicked on that link that you put in there, Tree. I'll have to check that out after we're off here. It's a green stalk vertical planter. Oh, that's interesting.
That's kind of cool. Dang.
You can get it in different colors, though.
Yeah, but is that for that much for one?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
To see how it's little individual pot things on a tree, basically. But anyway.
Any more questions before we get off of here?
Because I got to get up at 5 a.m. to go to work. Gina's finally on. Just as we're about to leave.
Ah, Gina. You're not home yet. Did you go get your fridge?
Did she say she was at home? Oh, okay. I see that.
Okay, so is it 130 though per one?
That's what it says.
That's a lot for just one.
5-tier green stalk vertical planter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I wish they would show it what it looks like without plants in it. Oh, here's one with flowers. So you can see what it looks
it's
like.
Super cute. That's how we could grow lettuce.
It looks like they drain each cup. Probably, I'm guessing, drains into the next cup.
So the water is up there.
I'm guessing
you probably fill that up with water.
Is that how that works? We treat you water the top and it all drains down through the pots. Keep having strap issues. You need to have more than one strap on it. For a 5-stack.
Yeah. She said yeah.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool though. To have that kind of, we should try to make something like that.
Do you find that
less than
130? That spreads in disease with the water going from pot to pot? Hey, the questions are supposed to be for us now. No, I'm kidding.
That's a good question, though.
2.5 gallons of water to water the entire stack. That's not bad.
That's a good question, though. Like, will it spread disease? Eli, start the dryer. None, Ben. We have 3, but they...
With the straps.
I love you, Gina. What? No, I want you to get ready for bed. Start the dryer and go get ready for bed, please. Get your teeth brushed and you need to take a shower. Yeah, that's why you need to go to bed. What? That's why you need to go to bed. Check your sugar. I don't know. You can order the roller that fits it also.
A roller? What do you need a roller for? To move it?
I wish that you could see it without any plants, so then you could try to make one.
Maybe it's something to do with the type of material his container is made out of, Ben.
Rotate it. We've never done container gardening. I mean, not like we've always put everything in the ground.
Right.
Basic 5-gallon buckets with liners. I know friends of ours did container gardening and it didn't do well either with the 5-gallon bucket.
Maybe there's too many chemicals in the buckets leaching out.
Mm-hmm. Buy or spend time building something that might work and that is supporting an American company. Hey, I'm all about small businesses and your local stuff. I am all about it. That's what I need to start getting on some seats because I haven't advertised in a while. No, I don't. Why don't you go? He knows he's not allowed on the show anymore.
Why don't you get out from behind her? I suspect part of the problem may be water, but it's hard to say. Yeah, y'all probably getting your water from Flint, right?
Hey, I think doing potatoes, like we got potatoes growing from last year that we missed, whatever they're regrowing. I like the idea of doing the
Marcy said hi, Eli.
in a bucket. Or something. Like they have potato bags. I think that would be awesome too. I might invest in some of those potato bags.
We don't need a potato bag. We have a potato dishwasher.
Yeah, but it doesn't work very well. We're going to see if it works better this year. We love our seats. How many have you made for us now? I don't know.
They're trying to compete with Marcy for your most frequent customer. Jen said for Samuel, just do different kinds of blue and white.
Okay, let me write that down so I don't forget. Ooh, potatoes in a kiddie pool.
We got a kiddie pool.
That's a smart idea.
Eli, get out of there.
The answer to whoever asked, what's it? How many have did the address? The answer to the question is the question. How many have you?
Blue, white.
Put those on top of the dryer, please.
Different blues. Samuel. I'm writing it on my phone so I don't forget. That's a good idea, Witchery. Yeah, I really like the kiddie pool idea.
She said she fenced it off to keep the deer out, and they jumped the fence and slept in it.
I like that. Kiddie pool is an amazing idea. I've seen that before. I've never seen that. That's a good idea. We might do that.
And again, you can just dump out all the dirt.
Yeah, into the
onto
pool.
a tarp, No, not into the
Oh,
pool. When
yeah.
you harvest,
Oh, yeah.
dump all the dirt out onto a tarp. Then you pull your potatoes out of the dirt because it's
back.
easy to find, and pick the tarp up, put the dirt back into the kiddie pool.
I like that idea a lot.
Hey, Michael. Bye, Marcy. Have a good night.
Good night, Marcy. Yeah, hopefully we get some potatoes this year. We didn't get any last year.
I like that idea too, because that means we can pull that stinking dishwasher out of the yard.
Go for it. Drill holes in the bottom of the pool for drainage. Yeah, I like the idea a lot. I think that we are going to do that. It's probably not too late to do potatoes. We could try them in that and see.
Dude, I have no clue. I don't know the first thing about gardening stuff. You put a seed in the ground, you give it water and sunlight. That's all I know. Timing, when you plant things, I don't know. No yawning. It's time for bed, Michael. I got to get up at 5 a.m.
Anyhow, I think I'm going to try it, and I'm going to see if that works.
Excuse me.
Anything else?
Any final thoughts, questions, anything before we go? Make sure you hit that thumbs up button before you leave. We have 10 people watching and only 7 thumbs up. Actually, it's down here for you guys, but on our screen, it's 10 people watching, 8 thumbs up. Sweet. But hit that thumbs up button right down over here somewhere. Here, somewhere.
He's so goofy.
I have a bag of organic potatoes that have already sprouted. If you want any, guys. Hey. Thanks, Jen.
I'm going to try it, and I'm going to see.
Love you too, Gina. I used hay to cover them. You didn't end up with hay sprouting in your potatoes, did you? I'm fixing to, Ben. I'm fixing to go to bed. I'm tired. Good night, JD and Jenny. Any last thoughts, questions?
Comments. Raw tomatoes.
It's rotten tomatoes, not raw tomatoes.
Rotten tomatoes.
Any rotten tomatoes to throw? 10 people watching, 10 thumbs up. I love you guys. You're the best viewers ever. Nobody? Anybody?
So next week on the Dustin and Cassie show, that will be gone.
Hopefully. Depends on what time I get home on Friday.
No, it will be gone.
It depends on what time I get home on Friday.
It will be gone.
Okay. Whatever you say, babe.
It will be gone.
We're sleepy.
Yeah.
So you wouldn't need to recycle you wouldn't want to have to recycle the dirt.
Mm-mm.
But we still put the dirt on a tarp because then we could use it to fill the holes in the backyard where Daisy digs up. We love our new dog that we got back in January, but my only thing I don't like about her is she digs holes in the yard.
It's hilarious. So we got her a shot collar, and she chewed the shot collar up somehow, some way, whatever.
Just the collar part, not the actual shot receiver.
But the shot collar got chewed up. So, but before that, all I have to do is beep it, and she will shut up and whatever. Max, on the other hand, totally different story. So we're supposed to do that tonight, and we didn't.
We forgot.
So we're going to fix it so that we can put it on Max. Anyways, because Max's hair is so thick that he literally can't feel it. I had it the highest you can go, and he couldn't feel anything. So
we had to shave some of his hair down.
He mowed the lawn. Max hates noises, loud noises.
He hates the lawnmowers and the weed whip.
Yeah, he doesn't like it. Anything,
he barks like crazy at
any motors like that, he goes nuts. So she bites at
because he's sitting there barking like crazy, and she's at him like, shut up. And she's biting at him, and he snaps back at her for a second, but she's like, shut up, be quiet. You know,
It's
you're not
funny.
supposed to be barking like this.
But we're gonna try to make it where Max can have it. And I'm telling you, all we'll have to do is beep it, and she will stop whatever she's doing.
So it'll be on him, and we beep it on him, and she'll shut up too.
She'll stop because she doesn't like it.
I think it's gonna take shocking for him to figure out.
Well, it took shocking for her to figure it out.
Yeah.
But it only took 2 shocks, and that was it.
I remember there was one night they were out here just barking like crazy. Well, one of them was barking, and I'm like, I didn't know for sure if it was Daisy or Max, but it sounded like Daisy. So I went and got the shot collar, And I waited until it was in the middle of the barking, and I hit the shock button, and it went from barking to, and then she stopped. She stopped barking. She didn't bark the rest of the night after that. But they bark at the cats, and it's like you don't need
They
to bark.
mostly bark at the horses.
Yeah. Well, see, the other morning when I came out here, when I went to leave for work Thursday morning, there was a horse out here sticking its head over the fence eating the grass, and Daisy like barked at it like 3 times and ran halfway across the yard and then stopped. She didn't go after him. Like she could have went up and nipped it, but she didn't, you know?
Yeah.
So, well, we're going to call it a night, folks. We appreciate you all tuning in. We thank you for everybody who hit that thumbs up button. And if you enjoyed this show, make sure you share it on all your favorite social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, MeWe, Hive, Steam It, wherever. And we'll catch you all. What Jen say? Reminds me of the scene from Fun with Dick and Jane, Jim Carrey movie. I've never seen that movie.
Mm-mm.
Oh, Josh just got in. And we're leaving, Josh. I'm sorry.
Yep.
So we're out of here. We'll see y'all next week. If you're just tuning in, Josh, like you did, go back to the beginning and you can start from there and watch forward again. You can get all caught up on what's going on. So we love you guys. We'll see y'all next week. You gonna say it?
Bye, Felicia.